Welcome to 108 Gate. Hope you're doing well. We are doing a divine masculine, divine feminine reading combined. There is that nature, that feeling of something's coming to a conclusion, something's coming to the end of a cycle, new things coming into consciousness. So we're going to have 3 solar plexus tuning fork now, then the reading, then 3 more tuning fork of the solar plexus frequency. Here we go. So definitely there's like a, not rushing, but a little bit of, you could see it as rushing, you could see it as chaos, but it's an orderly momentum, it's an orderly push for things to go forward, a motivated use of current energies that are available. So here we go, we're going to go for a masculine card here, which is self-acceptance, and then the feminine card is coming in as devotion. Devotion to the cause, devotion to the process, which is interesting. So as the feminine energy is coming in with devotion, it feels like there's already some kind of level of acceptance occurred emotionally, whereas the self-acceptance on the masculine energy, it feels like it's got to catch up with certain things. Accepting where we are is one thing, but then accepting what the next steps are from that new realization, that's what feels like it's the prominent point of this reading at the moment. So again, where we have accepted self, we have integrated aspects of self, we then have to recalibrate and then know where our next steps are in relation to this new level of acceptance of self, because before, the path that we were treading, the path we were planning for may look different because our level of acceptance of actual self may have been off. So this realigning, claiming a certain direction is very much so at the forefront of this energy. The words feel really awkward. Knight of Swords, and then the feminine energy. So definitely that feeling goes forward with the new clarity of self, the new acceptance of self is giving new information, is bringing in a different consciousness, a different connection to the subconsciousness. So this is why it makes sense that things are going to be brought up to be shifted and changed, because if we weren't accepting ourselves before, or we were in denial of certain aspects of self, or and this is a positive thing, because as we are accepting who we are seeing more of our potential, we're seeing more of where we are heading, more of where we want to go, as opposed to hiding behind other people's comments, which may have led us to hide behind our potential, hide away from potential. So then we have Queen of Swords again, the clarity that's coming in. Definitely feeling emotionally in charge of things and controlling things, in control of things, not controlling things, which is a very, very different vibe. So this is the clarity that's coming in. It's like, I am able to feel certain things, I am able to achieve certain things, I am able to accept that this is how I felt in that situation, and this is my truth now. So this self-acceptance is going to bring the masculine into realigning. It's like he's communicating with the horse of like, we're going to go in a different direction now. We were going to be set for this direction, I don't know, whichever way it was, and we're going to be doing it in this way. It's going to take this many days, like a journey. But the journey is shifting and changing now as the clarity is coming in emotionally in the divine feminine energy, in the divine feminine consciousness. Therefore, realigning and rejuggling what we've got to do. What is a new priority now? What is the top priority? What is the secondary priority? What is the tertiary priority? Everything is shifting. So I think I said it yesterday, or possibly the day before, or maybe both, I don't know. I know I said it a few weeks ago, the matrix or the energy of a matrix, or the energy of the potential of a matrix, whatever it is. The quantum, more importantly, is really, as it's getting solidified, it's also becoming fluid. So it's got periods of being fluid and then periods of being solid again. So it's almost like it's shape shifting and then stops and then solidifies, and then again another shape shifting and then it stops and then solidifies. So that's that fluidity and then solidity of things is feeling as though we're it's the steps forward, it's the steps forward. And as you're feeling those of you who are feeling it, it really is quite something. I don't know, you might want to email or a message about that, because it's quite substantial energy. Not everyone possibly can be feeling it in the way that some of us are. I don't know. I don't quite know. Anyway, we're all experiencing things in different ways. But the thing is, the awareness of certain things is really bringing in a certain level of progress. And I think what is coming of this is the splits that are happening before is becoming more apparent of the split having happened, and then those things have kind of gone away from us, or they're moving away from us. It's less likely that things are going to be coming back together with the spaces and places and people we've split from. Not because we're pushing it away, it's because it's just organically moving in that direction. Therefore, those people that are in our vicinity, that are in our space, and they're supposed to be there because of the next thing, it does feel like there's a collective gathering around you, and you're feeling confidence in this collective, you're feeling confidence in this new group or new space that you're including yourself in, or you've been included in. You might, if you're not there at the moment, you might be receiving particular kind of invites or particular kind of collaboration to expand this energy. The clarity that's coming in with the divine feminine, it definitely is a sense of empowerment, a sense of realization of, like, I've always had this in me, I've always had this capability, I've always had this ability to do this, so why haven't I done it sooner? The thing is, now the next bit of the clarity is about, I've done it now, I'm doing it now because I can do it now. Kind of like, yes, you've got to make up for lost time, but also you can't make up for lost time because it's part of the process. So it's surrendering to the process. And then this is how it's going to help you to understand, now these are the things I'm planting, these are the things I'm planting now because I'm aware of it now and I can do it now. This is then going to help you identify where you weren't so ready before, why you weren't so ready before, and not a question why. It's more to do with an affirming kind of sense of, this is why you were not ready before. This is why you have to be aware of where you are now, accepting yourself now to move those things forward, so you know what to plant in a more ideal alignment with yourself. So as we're moving forward, planting things which we've wanted to plant for quite a while, but we didn't have the confidence to, or we didn't know how to, or even if we should before. There's a different it literally feels as though you're getting validation from yourself and the divine. The validation that you were seeking elsewhere, it's no longer important. You're getting that validation from within. You're getting that validation of when you're going in the correct direction, certain things are just clicking into place. They're clicking into place, and they're clicking in with ease. They're clicking in with like a flow that may be new to some of you. It may be foreign to some of you. It may feel very different, and it's almost going into that space of, if it was this easy, it can't be good, it can't be worthwhile. So getting rid of that and making sure that you're aware of, it can be this easy, it is this easy, and I'm going to enjoy it being easy and proceed forward with that which is coming easily, because it is part of your flow, because you are accepting more of your authentic self. Justice coming in here. So the justice feels as though where you've been used as a scapegoat, blamed for certain things, other people having certain choices and decisions, and then you're having to carry the can for it, you're having to carry the weight of it. You no longer doing that. You saying, I've got things to do, I've got people to see, I've got things to build, planting things, and then I've got to reprioritize. This reprioritization is going to impact some people And the justice coming in is that this is not going to be an easy one, this one, because the justice that's coming in is that some people are going to realize that they've been pushing you in the wrong direction. So if somebody has been suppressing you or disconnecting you from your autonomy, from your autonomous self, from your authentic self, you're going to be feeling that you have to take this next steps, the strides to go back into alignment with yourself. And you're going to have to leave some people behind. You're going to have to leave certain things behind. They're not going to be happy with that. But this is the justice occurring because of them having disconnected you for so long from yourself, disconnected you, or where you have disconnected yourself from things from so long. Those that reconnecting, realigning because of accepting self means that some people are not going to like it. It may bring up some difficult conversations, some difficult situations, which it's you know deep down, you're going to know which ones have to be had. You're going to know deep down what you have to say and why you have to say it, and that you have to say it to be able to move on to the next step. But the fact is, it's still not going to be easy to do it. So being compassionate with yourself, understanding more so, it's just part of the process. And this is where the clarity of the Queen of Swords comes in to really, really reaffirm that you know that this is the next step, that you know that this is necessary, you know that this isn't the point at which you can say, I'm not going to do this part, I'll just skip to the next part. You can't skip parts of the process. You may have tried to skip these parts of the processes before, and it left you with big gaping holes, which is leading to the incongruence, is leading to that disconnect of self, is leading, which led you to that disconnect from actually getting the next thing. So it's so close, yet it's so far because you haven't dealt with that part of the process. This is a really important, significant time and alignment, especially with Chiron in Aries towards true node, the way it is. This is a massively important time to be going through this healing process, healing your relationship with yourself, healing your relationship with your past self, healing your relationship with whatever it is that you need and you can identify that needs healing. Within yourself, because it is Aries, the house of self, that means it's going to impact other people in different ways. You now, in this self-acceptance phase, as a Knight of Swords, I know I have to do this. There's less chance of you being taken off your path at this point, but you will then identify where you have been taken off your path because others have not wanted you on your path because you were more beneficial to them off your path and on their path. Right, we're going to get one more here. There you go, stacking up your cups. Emotional fulfillment, emotionally feeling stronger, emotionally gathering up your resources, emotionally understanding more so of where you're heading and where you're leaving certain things behind. You know now, you can feel now where you've tried to warn someone that I'm going to go. You've warned them, I can't do this anymore. You've warned them that this can't go on like this. You've warned them and they're just not listening. They can't hear you, or they can't understand the context in which you're coming into the conversation. This is significant because as the Chiron in Aries is drawing closer and closer to the North Node, the more you're being pulled into alignment with yourself, which means it's going to be more apparent where you were taken out of alignment or led away from your alignment with yourself. Those parts of the process are going to become, they're going to just become apparent. They're going to become so clear. It's now a matter of staying steady, staying calm, and finding the appropriate response, finding the calmest, compassionate, loving response you possibly can. What the other side does with that on the other side, that's not up to you. You no longer feel compelled to have to protect all the ones around you. This is where the justice is coming in from those who misled you or led you away from your authentic self. You get your justice because you are here for yourself. You're standing up for yourself. You're stronger for yourself. The justice is coming for others now because they propped you up, or they propped themselves up on a false kind of stand, a false backbone, a false kind of identity. They weren't basically telling you the truth of what was happening, the truth of what was leading you to be led away from your authentic self. This is the course correction of that. This is the leading self back home, so to speak. It's not an easy energy. This bit's great, but this part that's coming in, it's going to be difficult, because you might have to say certain things to people which may feel hurtful. You may get that backlash of like, you're so selfish, you're so this, you're so that, you could do it just one more time, I'm just asking you to do this, I'm not asking you to do everything under the sun for me. But it's like, it's those small compromises that you did in the past that will become apparent now, and where you reclaim yourself. So with that, solar plexus feels really appropriate. I'm going to do the 3 solar plexus tuning forks. If you would like a personal reading, it's 108gate@gmail.com. And like I said, the tuning fork playlist is up now. So like what I was saying yesterday was, you can play the whole playlist. If you just press play all, you can actually have all of them play in an order that they've been put up, and I've specifically put them up in that order, so you can just literally press play and let it go through all of them. Or you can have the 1 minute ones, tune ups, the 2 minute tune ups, and there will be more coming and added to that list. So for now, I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know how it's going. So here we go with the solar plexus tuning fork. So for now, peace and love.